Good evening, everybody. This is JP Buselli at Dreamscape Studios, and I'd like to welcome everybody back. It's lovely to see everybody, and I hope everything is going wonderfully and beautifully for all of you, regardless of circumstance where you're in life. I hope it is, and know it is, absolutely beautiful every day. It's a miracle. Today and this evening, I would like to talk about something specific. Uh, I suppose I usually speak about something specific. This in particular, dealing with the law and spiritual law and law of attraction, is typically known as living in the end. And momentarily, if you give me a moment, I would like to read a short quote by Neville Goddard, who is well known in the law of attraction and spiritual teaching circle for teaching about living in the end specifically. So, one moment, please. Only as one is willing to give up his present limitations and identity can he become that which he desires to be. Neville Goddard. So, what does Neville mean with this particular statement and other teachings on living in the end specifically? A lot of my friends and I have discussed repetitively and to ad nauseum what does it mean to live in the end, and trying to define and understand these quotes and teachings. Quite simply, broken down, living in the end means to live as if you are that which you dare to assume to be. So, for example, let's say you want to be wealthy, okay? And instead of, you would never say you hope to be wealthy or to become wealthy, because that is acknowledging a deficit or a lack. And the powerful words I am, okay, are speaking directly from your subconscious and your imagination to manifest and attract that very quality to what you assume and state about yourself, and also the feelings associated with that state of consciousness or state of awareness. So, in order to attract, create, and manifest that which we want to have in life, it is important to live as if you already possess or have that which you desire, and to be careful in word and thought and deed and feeling not to acknowledge or to pay attention to or empower that which would deny what it is that you dare to proclaim for yourself. So if you, as an example, again, you want riches, you would not say, I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy. I am wealthy, I am rich, I am prosperous, I am successful, I am wonderfully and blissfully married, I am happy, healthy. You want to always use the words I am to precede something positive and to reaffirm that which you proclaim to be and what you desire. So you don't want to acknowledge lack. And when visualizing and using the power of your imagination, you want to not only use statements to reinforce that which you are, you also want to assume and what they call catch the feeling, which is to essentially try to imagine what it is like to be in the state assumed. For example, once again, if you say, I am married, what would it like to be married? And maybe you have been before, so it's a little, so you have something relatable to go back to in memory. But even if you haven't, if you have been a bachelor or bachelorette, or if you're currently single, if you want to be married, you wouldn't say, I want to be married, you would say, I am married. And through that, and through understanding that experience, through imagining what it's like to be married, to have children. And as that understanding expresses itself through the power of your imagination, you assume the feeling, you assume the state, because you are, in fact, wonderfully and blissfully married, or in the sense of your condition or circumstance. If you want wealth, I am wealthy. You don't acknowledge deficit by saying, I want to have or would like to have or perhaps someday. No, this is not what we do. I am wealthy. You assume the state of wealth. You and with that assumption of who you are, you start to feel the feelings associated with that state, and you make decisions based on that. Now, for example, someone could say like, well, John Paul, I want to be a millionaire, or I imagine myself, or dare to assume multi-million dollar status. I can't go out and buy a mansion. Well, that's not totally true, in the sense that you can go and look at property. You can go touch and feel it. You can go talk to a real estate person. You could test drive a car. By doing that, the association helps you to catch the feeling, to know what it's like to have wealth, to have abundance. And the deeper subconscious, your imagination, your divine I am, assumes that and therefore attracts it into your life and manifests it. So, and this is how, and you want to be attentive to this all the time. Okay, this is not like once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. No, you assume to be that which you want to be all the time. This isn't like part-time desire. It's like, oh, once in a while I feel like being this and feel like being that. No. Another, okay, that helps is to be clear with your statements and goals and desires. So not being willy-nilly. And I understand that we all kind of go through that at times. So it's like, well, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want this, or if, through the practice of meditation and or prayer, or both, or however you wish to express it. And to, like I said, mentioned before, journaling, chronicling, trying to get deep within inside yourself with your own mind and your imagination, your subconsciousness, that deepest I am, and to know what it is that you desire with clarity and conciseness and precision, and to visualize that, bring it forth into your mind's eye, into the projector, into your own mind, to feel it, to hear your friends, co-workers, family, like say those things to you, congratulate you on whatever it is that you desire. Give it all the details of reality, all the details: touch, sense, smell, sight, hearing, all the details of reality, until it feels exactly like it does to exist day to day, which there is no difference, and these merge to become one, and you assume that state, you live that state, you are that state. Anyone else who says otherwise, naysayers, doubters, your own senses, or even your own previous self that you left behind, who may be naysaying, doubting, or echoing those sentiments, it doesn't matter. Deny those. Okay, it's really important. I know some people say like, well, you're living in a fantasy world. I hate to tell you, well, I don't hate to tell you, living is a dream. This is a dream-like reality and a dream-like state. And this is why, okay, that operate, feeling better, what they call radiating on a more positive or higher frequency. That's what that really is like, why do we do that? Because we're tuning into and attracting those types of feelings and thoughts and experiences to ourselves, and we're also sending it out like a beacon. Like if you have positive thoughts and you feel good, you're radiating that, you're also attracting it to yourself like a light in a beacon, and also sending it out. And you are the creator. There is no external forces that are going to help or hinder. It's you. It is in fact you. You are the I am, the grand spiritual unified being. That is the power of your imagination and subconsciousness. So again, I want to reiterate that living in the end really means to, or living as if, that's exactly what it means. You're not pretending, you're not a maybe, you're not a someday, you're not a I hope I do. You are. And you have to say it with clarity, precision, and power. You are that which you dare to assume to be. You must live in that state. Assume that state. That is who you are, because that's what you want to be, and that is what will be attracted and manifest in your life. And that is what is meant by living in the end. So I thank you, and I hope I brought some clarity about living in the end and these spiritual laws, principles, and the law of attraction. And I could tell you personally that whenever I am practicing these laws and putting them into place, when I really pay attention to what I'm thinking about, how I'm feeling, and what I'm giving attention to in my life, and to constantly remind myself through subliminals, journaling, chronicling, meditation, taking time out for myself, hanging out with friends, to remind myself I'm not waiting to become something. I am that which I dare to assume to be, and to live in the state and assumption of that conscious awareness that that is who you are right now, all the time, as much as you can, and to water that seed. Okay, so I love you all. I hope that I gave some clarity and some more depth insight onto living in the end, or living as if, in regards to the law of attraction. And I always invite everybody on YouTube, everybody in the world, to view these videos and to ask questions, post inquiries. You can also email me at johnpaulbiselli@gmail.com. I will answer any and all questions thoroughly to the best of my ability. You can also visit my Facebook page called Dreamscape, just like here. And I also want to point out something special, that I have booked and secured a public speaking event at the Vineland Public Library here in Vineland, New Jersey, in Cumberland County. It will be taking place on February the 22nd, which is a Wednesday, from the hours of 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., and which I will be explaining the law of attraction, how imagination, thoughts, and feelings create reality, and there will be a section at the end for guests to ask questions and inquiries that they have. So really, I'm extraordinarily excited. I am extremely blessed and happy for all the friends and family that are rooting for me, and everybody who is a fan of Dreamscape. And I hope to see you there. So please, once again, Wednesday, February 22nd, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., the Vineland Public Library. I, John Paul Biselli, will be the star speaker about the law of attraction and how imagination, thoughts, and feelings create reality. And I hope to see you there. Bring all your friends and family. Spread the news. So once again, I'm JP Biselli, and I will be speaking to you all next week. I love all of you. Please, any questions, post them. Email me anytime you want. And take care of yourselves. Remember, who you are is who you dare to assume to be. And don't let anything or anyone sway you or try to convince you otherwise, because that is in your heart, your mind, your divine imagination, your beautiful eternal I am. And that is what you dare to assume, and that is who you are, no matter what. So be careful, enrich, empower, and love each other. And I will speak to you again next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Good evening.